with the truck I'm taking for today, even though I feel like it needs. But I can't complain. It is what it is, and your health is your wealth, as they say. So you're big starting on the end of this. So that would be a perfect day. It's like I've started all over again. Now I've got to double down on certain stuff. What's up, my people? We have another vlog for you. Today is Sunday. We already have a problem with the truck. I've refused this truck many times, but there's no other trucks available, and I can't be bothered to go in the office and argue and try and get another truck or wait it out as there's no other trucks. But I'll show you what I'm talking about. Maybe other people in the industry, and I know they will, relate with this issue. I've driven worse trucks, but at a certain company like this, I don't expect them to have issues or for these issues to be solved sooner. But I'll show you. Let's have a look. So that's the problem here. Now it's been pulled on by a strap, as you can see. So it's quite sturdy. That's the reason why I'm going to drive this time. But before it was loose or looser. But wind could be a potential. It is a hazard. If it went for MOT, it would get failed for this. So really, this should be fixed. So I cut out there. I checked the MOT on this, and yeah, there's that. I won't show the reg and all of that. I don't want to get in too much trouble. But yeah, there's this side as well. This side I have no issue with, actually. Well, there is an issue, but I can look past that because it's functional. You know what I mean? There's the button there. You click it. It's functional. You can open it. You know what I mean? And it opens up all right. And you can close it, and it closes up all right. So I have no issue with this side. It's nothing wrong with it. It works. It's functional. I guess they put this because it was having an issue as well. So the fact that it's both sides, it's it gives Vosa or whoever more of an incentive to be like, oh, I'm going to pull this truck over. I'm not saying it will happen. I actually think it won't. But if I get in an accident, with this is what people don't think about, or they do, and they just do what their bosses tell them. That you're liable for that accident and for that damage. For the damage or the potential hazard in court or whatever, if you was to go there or wherever you go to, they can put that as a factor. You shouldn't have. They can say that something happened with that regarding it's not suitable, not properly stable or fitted to the truck. It is a hazard. They can weigh that in, and you're the driver. So it could, if it goes to a really extreme place, like there was a bad accident and you were involved in, like the death of someone, and these things do happen, but it's rare. I still don't take the F about it though. You got to take your job seriously, and I don't think people that give us the keys sometimes consider that when they give us trucks like this, they are putting us at risk. But some people do, some people don't. But to be honest, it's at the driver's discretion, in my opinion, and no one should get involved regarding that, standing or trying to force the driver if he comes out and says no. Because some drivers would be one driver drove this, so yeah, he feels differently about driving the truck. I don't. Well, I do, but this one, it was worse before. That side panel there was just flapping about, and I was like, nah, that needs to get adjusted properly. And one of the drivers got involved, and he was in the office once when I came forward. I said something, and the guy was like, oh, something, and I just looked at him like, mate, shut the hell up. But then there was another issue, and driver came in with a window wiper was left up. One side of the window wiper was broken. It weren't squirting residue, window screen whitewash on one side. It was broken, and I said, I didn't dig at him. I just asked him what's up, and he goes, where are you going? And he goes, blah blah blah, and I just said, oh, I'll drive it if you don't want to do it. I don't mind driving that too. It depends on where you're going as well. And it was raining. Today is as you can see, it's really wet. So there's gonna be rain or light rain. So because of that, if it was hot, sunny, dry heat, then no, I would say no. But the conditions that we're in at the moment, we're at the start, the first day of the month, pinch punch. To me, that's not an issue because it's rainy weather, it's groggy, and yeah, on the motorway you're gonna get rain. And as I said, it was only one side. But I didn't have a go and drill him. I just said, like, listen, like, I never said anything to him actually. I just said it's at his own discretion. Like, if he doesn't feel comfortable as a driver, no one should be bashing him for not wanting to drive it. If he doesn't feel safe, it is a hazard. So that's one thing I want to say to drivers and other drivers as well, that if someone comes into the office and they don't feel comfortable because of something there's a default on a truck and they don't feel comfortable driving it, you're not to take a place of stepping on his toes and telling him, oh, you're being whiny or whatever it is, or it's nothing, it's blah blah this and blah blah that. No. That's, to me, disrespectful of how he feels, his feelings, and disregarding him. If he doesn't feel comfortable driving it and you do, that's fine, but don't bully him or make him belittle him because he don't want to drive that because he feels like it's unsafe. Because everyone's had different. I've been in accidents involving lorries and certain situations that I've witnessed in my life. I'm sure he has, and it might affect you like in different ways. Your life affects you in different ways, and no one is to like bash anyone. This is the way I feel about it. No one is to bash anybody if they don't feel comfortable driving a certain truck because of a fault. Because at the end of the day, it's a fault. So, yeah, that's just my verdict on it. Like how can I say, how I feel about that situation. Like, don't be bashing people, please. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna see what I'm doing. I'll put my card in. This is the truck I'm taking for today, even though I feel like it needs to be sorted. It's been like this for some time, and MOT I checked is due this year, so they're gonna have to swap this out or something for another truck. But it's not crazy in my opinion. I can drive with this. It's not raining. I mean, it's not raining heavy. It's not real windy. It's not anything crazy. If it was like a storm, it is strong on there, but I would then maybe refuse. But as it's just like a groggy, normal, I call this a typical UK weather. Not too much of anything, just wet, damp, and light shower, as they say, light showers, and nothing crazy. So it's safe enough for me to take out. I feel like it's safe enough for me to take out, so I will do. But they need to sort their shit out with regarding the vehicles, man. At this depot, at least. Don't know if it's like that at every depot. Okay, my people. I've tried to figure out a way. There you go. So this vlog. Okay, so got the load. I'm just leaving depot now. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. I'm in the DAF, so I've had to, like, I guess, alter. See if I can get a better shot. Yeah, that's a bit better. So yeah, I've had to alter obviously stuff, but I don't like the way it's looking, to be honest. Okay, that's the best you're gonna kind of get it. Okay, that's the best you're gonna get it for now. Okay, anyway, this is quite hot in here as well. So we've got an easy job today, which is basically Bridgewater and back. Nothing too complicated for today. I would have liked the Asda load actually. So there is I call it a new contract because it's new to our drivers, kind of. Drivers have done it before, but they hired someone else to do it. And I'm just adjusting my seats, making a noise. Forgive me. So now they got rid of a company which they subcontract to do that particular job. And now they're giving it to obviously us lot to do, spread it around us, which I preferred that job compared to the other job that we had. We had like a job I didn't really like. It was okay, but some of it was a bit repetitive and it was not the correct time to do that sort of job. It was, what's it called? Carlsberg. And yeah, I don't really like because this job is supposed to be a trunking job. We were kind of like a multi-job we were doing. That is why I didn't like it. But I don't know if it's still, I think that contract's ended. I can't even get my words out, excuse me, man, but I think that contract's ended. And we've got this one now to deal with, which is the Asda one, which is way better. It's a trunking job. So literally, it's a double decker and you're going around. I've done it once, but I've only done one site. A friend of mine, he's got, soon I will get it, because if he's getting it, I will get it one week. he's got popular depots to go to. So it's basically straight trunking, double decker work. So yeah, I can't wait to have a proper crack at that one and get it on film, because it is an interesting job, and it is trunking and it's not overcomplicated. You got to weigh your load. I remember that, I've got to tell him that as well. You got to weigh your load. So when you go to the depot, depends on how it goes, but normally you do a delivery and a collection. So obviously deliver, drop the trailer wherever they want you to drop the trailer, and then normally the collection trailer is ready, and then you go in, collect the trailer. But what you do is they give you paperwork to fill in, and you got to go and get it weighed, and then write down the weigh-in, how much it weighs on the paperwork, and then they give you the rest of the paperwork, the delivery paperwork, and then you normally come back here, or depending on how many jobs you've got, but normally you come back to depot and drop it. So it is a simple job, but it's a trunking job, and that's what from what I know, when I signed up for this job, it's supposed to be just trunking jobs, compared to other depots as well, because other depots do more of a multi-drop type of job, where you're going around and you're just, doing a multi-drop in a HGV. It doesn't make sense to me doing a multi-drop in a HGV, and if you're doing it, you should get paid more, because why are we doing multi-drop jobs and not getting paid? You don't get paid as much. Some people are getting in class 2 that are doing sort of work, they get paid more because you're more active as well. And we don't do trunking here. I mean, we don't do tramping here either. So yeah, that's when, in my opinion, the money should differ, should go up. If you're doing tramping, the money should go up. If you're doing multi-drop and you're getting out and you're touching the load, you're having to touch the load and do extra stuff, that's when money should go up, in my opinion. Anyone else want to say whatever they want to say, and then it's on them, but that's just my thoughts regarding pay. That's where pay changes to me. And when you have to do like as I said, you're getting out and doing other stuff like stacking shelves and stuff like that, like muffer jobs. Like if you've got a muffer on the back and you're trained, that's an extra skill. So that's when money differs. That's when you should get paid more than a straight trunking job like what I'm doing, in my opinion. Some trunking jobs pay more than other jobs. That's good. I can't complain. It is what it is. That's how much the company pays. But yeah, in my opinion, I repeat again, when the money differs, in my opinion, is when you do more like manual handling, or you've got extra skills like muffer or tramping, when you're a dedicated tramper, because you're putting a lot more into the job, and your health and your health is your wealth, as I say. So you're risking your health to a certain extent more than normal driver. Also, obviously with tramping, you're on the road, so where are you washing yourself? If you go to the certain truck stops and look at their facilities for bathing yourself or washing your showers, I gotta get used to this camera. It's coming up full, and I've like wiped the other day. Sure, deleted off the footage, but some of the footage you got to delete directly off the camera. It won't let you. So there's a tip for you guys. Like if you're using this, you get an app with it, and I use the app to like view, because it's easier to see everything on the app. What I do, I was just deleting stuff off the app, and if you've got like a SD card, it won't let you delete stuff off the footage of the SD card. You have to actually go onto this Action 5 and delete stuff off SD card itself. It won't let you do it on the app, which is a bit weird. So that's if anyone's dealing with that. I had some trouble as well with the memory and stuff. I'm in a bit of trouble with that, like getting stuff sorted out regarding that. Like being on top of that. Like I never really had much issue when I was doing reaction videos. It's quite simple because everything is on the laptop. When you're doing stuff like this, you're having to transfer this to my phone, and then I do a lot more editing on my phone than I do the laptop now. And then when your phone gets full, or this Action 5 Pro gets full, take off all the stuff off the Action 5 to create more room for more content, for more filming. And that is being a headache for me right now, man. Like, as I said, when I was doing reaction videos, everything's on the laptop. So when on the laptop, it's quite straightforward. So I can click on the button, really, like delete, like, yeah. And then I had a hard drive. I had to, some of the wires that were missing, the internet wire that you use to connect from the hard drive itself to the laptop. So I had to buy another one, which is quite, it was cool, so it was fine. But then I had to like get rid of all of my old footage on the hard drive, because I had to like reformat it, reset it basically. I got this, I had to reformat it so I can use the hard drive itself. So over the weekend I was just dealing with that, and I'm not, I only go so far with computers. Most of the time I go on like YouTube if I don't know something. So I've had to like go on YouTube as well, look at ways to deal with that issue on top of this issue and other things. And it all adds up, man. Just it can get annoying. So I've got to get used to recording. Once I finish recording, like going home, getting rid of the footage I no longer need, sorry. Once I've edited stuff, if I really want to have it, I'll put it on the hard drive at home. But yeah, getting used to that, getting used to the routine of going home, getting on a laptop. The 2 or 3 days I do record, making sure that there's fresh space on the Action 5 to record more. Because right now it's like stopping and saying it's full, and I've barely done like what, maybe like 20 minutes, 30 minutes of recording, and that's not just the memory on the camera itself, but also the SD card. So maybe I might need to get just like a terabyte or two, buy a bigger SD card memory. That's what I'll do. So I can like just record and have loads of room and have no problem for the 3 days I do record. And then once I get all the recordings, I can I still have space to in case I don't get time to, if that makes sense, wipe stuff off the SD card or the Action itself, if that makes sense. So maybe I need to get more memory on the SD card. Makes sense. So right now we are heading to fuel station to fill up, because we're at half a tank. And not only that, it's not a busy day, so it does help to fuel in when you do have time, but the drivers too, so they can like have something. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Gonna go fill up, full tank it, and then head to Bridgewater depot, and that's pretty much it. I don't know if they're gonna give me anything else, mostly not. So, and then tomorrow we'll see what's gonna happen tomorrow. Hopefully it's a bit more entertaining, like they might give me that as the job again, but a different depot. That'll be entertaining. But yeah, we're just going to the M1 now and fill up, and then yeah, head to Bridgewater and then see what happens after that. I'm gonna enjoy this, and yeah, enjoy yourself. So as I said at the start of this video, today is going to be a pretty straightforward day. It's not as bad as last week where I was waiting ages for my keys to get the truck, so on and so forth. Today was quite easy getting the keys and all that, and I know the reason why, or one of the reasons why, because one of the guys from holiday was back. He knows his shit in the office, basically, in so many words. He knows what he's doing. We had a lady in the office who is a bit new to certain stuff, and yeah, I feel like because he's back, that's the reason why the office stuff is going a bit smoother. One of the reasons. It's not the only reason. I don't know, it's 100% sure, but in my opinion, I've been here for a while and I know the difference between staff and how they do stuff. Who's the one that has been here the longest, so on and so forth. You know the good ones from the bad ones. I'm not saying they're bad, but experience is different, you know? Yeah, I'm not bashing on anyone, but you know what I'm talking about. He has more experience than the lady. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just leaving Bridgewater, heading back to depot, and yeah, boring day. I don't mind the boring days. I like to have a store on the end of this. I would like to have a store on the end of this. So that would be a perfect day if they added a store to this job. But no store, just a depot to depot drop, basically. Drop and swap. So when I mean store, normally we do a depot to depot drop, and then on the way back to our depot, we do an extra drop to a Morrison's store, or whatever store it is that we get. But normally, yeah, we do that. I didn't get that on this today. It's quite straightforward and boring. I don't mind it because I don't know if you guys know, but lorry driving is not my first priority anymore like it used to be. My first priority is fitness and health. That's my first priority. So basically content, you guys. Yeah, content. That's my first priority. It's not lorry driving anymore. It used to be, once upon a time, it used to be lorry driving. Things change, innit? And I do enjoy lorry driving, but not the same way as I used to. When I figured out about content creating and ways I can use it and how it can benefit me in different ways. Not only that, like my experience is useful, and it also helping people that are trying to get to where I am. I feel like I had a conversation a long time ago. I'm going off a bit off topic, but don't worry, I'll come back. But I remember having a conversation with my uncle one time. He gave good advice, as any good uncle would. Not bashing him for the advice he gave, but things have changed. So the advice I was talking to him about, I'm a big advocate of helping people. And he goes, you can't help people unless you help yourself. So help yourself first, and then you can help people. And with content creating and what you're doing, I feel like this is a window to doing both. I'm also helping myself, but at the same time helping other people. Obviously, back in my uncle's day, that wasn't a thing. It was help yourself, and then you can help people. Meaning, you may have at the time meant it in a different context, which I understand, but I'm using that as an analogy to this. Like, I found something where I can help people like whoever's watching this, and also make money and travel the world and all sorts from it.